Welcome back, everyone, to Coach's Corner East. We are at Gallion High School tonight on this Wednesday, January 4th of 2023, first show of the calendar year, and we're brought to you in part by the Burkhart family at the Burkhart Farm Center, your Case IH dealer straight west of Gallion on the Manette New Winchester Road. Mike Kleinite at Ag Credit Residential Lending, Bucyrus, Mount Gilead, and Marion. Sweet Baby Ray Jones and Kendra Weaver at Ohio Door and Sash, 120 South Street in Gallion. Mark Osborne at E-Crane International, Route 598 on the north edge of Gallion. It's the girls basketball program, and Carson Early here with us with a bunch of young ladies and the JV coach as well, so we will have an interesting conversation. It's good to have you back, and in a brand new calendar year, and currently sitting at 1-10 overall, 0-6 in the MOAC, and looking back at some past games, a really good Mohawk team. You got to play back on the 13th of December, 62-22, then followed that up with an MOAC game against Ontario. They took you 60-38, and then Highland, a first time meeting them because they're now in the MOAC. That was 57-17, and then Pleasant took it out on you 74-18 and fell last night to Temple Christian 61-31, I believe. But and again, it doesn't translate necessarily into wins, but one thing that you've talked about last time when we met was the girls having fun, the girls continuing to work, the girls continuing to learn, and hopefully to get better. And I assume that you're seeing that in progress.
Yeah. Yep, we still try to keep it fun during practices. There's a time though when I'll tell them, hey, we need to start getting serious and start focusing more, and we do. And then we like to finish practice. Usually we play a game, some like knockout or do something just fun, just to end it.
So what in the first 11 games, because you are at the statistical halfway point, 22 regular season games, what have you seen that these girls have gotten better from week 1 till now? Or first game till now, I should say.
Their intensity, I believe, is still getting better. We're improving every game, it seems. We still haven't put together 4 quarters of it.
Yeah.
But usually we come out and we play. I know point-wise it doesn't really show it in the fourth quarter, but I think we play better in the fourth quarter. We just come out more aggressive. And I think it just goes by with me telling them, never quit, and they just keep going. It's just that great attitude of not giving up and just keep fighting until the very end.
Yeah, I can imagine for young people, heck, even for old people like me, we don't like to fall behind. And I know at work personally, if I fall behind or things aren't going well, I get a little frustrated and things along that lines. But so how do you get the girls focused to come right out of the gate and just empty the tank early and not have to play catch up all the time and then finish strong like that?
We've had some talks about what we can do. I know we've changed some stuff up in our pregame, and we had a lot of road games this
right. I was going to talk about that.
So yeah, we were on the road quite a bit, and we started taking our speaker with us just so they can listen to music, just kind of more relaxed in the locker room. It just seemed, kind of tense, and, so I just wanted them to be comfortable, what we're used to, and just listen to music, and I think it's helped out some. I know we had a little talk last night. It was after the game, and that's why I just let them know. I know they're young and everything, but we're midway through, and I know it's not a full year, but you got varsity experience, and now this second half, we've got to really, step it up, and we're starting. Other than this Friday when we play River Valley, we're going to be starting seeing all the MOAC teams for the second time, and just being able to show the improvement from the first game.
Yeah, I think that's huge, especially you think about the education standpoint of being in a class and you review and you have tests and you have quizzes, then you take your midterms, like how much did you remember from earlier in the semester, and that's when all of a sudden it's like, okay, the light's clicking on, I did remember that, I am getting better at this class, and it's kind of the same thing. Now that you see a team the second time around that's may take you a little lightly because they know what happened the first time, it's like that's when you can really reach up and bite somebody in the rear end and say, yeah, we have improved, and we're here to show you that. Well, we got a bunch of girls around the table that we're going to talk to. Shows brought to you in part by Lee Plymouth and Brad Seibert at the Plymouth Insurance Group, Gallion and Bucyrus, North Central State College, Mansfield, and the Crawford Success Center, North Walnut Street across from the courthouse in Bucyrus, Phil and Sue Schreck at Phil's Deli just east of the Pizza Hut at the bridge in Gallion, as well as John Rolls at John's Auto Repair Specialist, 800 Scott Street in Crestline. Freshman Elliot Fryman is up first. Did I pronounce that correctly? Fryman, okay. And how many total freshmen on the team? You know?
6.
Okay. So, yeah, a bunch of girls that you've played with in the past, right?
Yeah.
All right. But now it's the real deal. It's the show. It's the varsity level.
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's definitely very different. The environment is a lot, like, more intense, but at the same time, it's more relaxed. Like, I feel like there was a lot of drama in middle school, and that's definitely changed a lot, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's more serious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more serious. And, you know, Coach said it best, you're at the halfway point of the season.
Yeah.
You're not a freshman basketball player anymore. You're now a varsity player, right? And you got a lot of experience. What has to get better for Elliot here in the second half of the year?
I feel like ball handling is definitely something that I need to work on.
Are you asked to shoot much or not?
It's just kind of as a group collectively, just whenever we have a shot, just kind of take it. So.
Okay, well, enjoy the second half of the season. I hopefully you can get more improvement in, and pretty soon you'll be the sophomore and you're not that freshman anymore, and you'll just keep taking your experiences and growing from that. So best of luck to you. Sophomore Audrey Glue is next. It's good to see you again. Did you get everything for Christmas? I know we talked about that last time. Did you have all the sweets and everything that you wanted? And yeah, okay, so it was a good year. Good Christmas, okay. The grind. I talked to Coach Stover about this grind, this mentality of you get into January and February and you're playing multiple games a week. There's no more holidays anymore. Normally it's snowy and cold out. It's not so much today, but I guess the snow's coming back tomorrow. Is that hard, or do you kind of like that because it's what's expected now?
I think it's easier because it's what's expected, and we've been playing for a while now, so it's just kind of like the groove we're in.
Yeah.
Because we've already played so many games.
Yeah, okay. You're getting ready to start your second turn through the MOAC, and you're going to see a lot of these same teams over and over again, right, that you played the first time around. Are you excited about kind of showing them, hey, win or lose, we're a better team than the first time you saw us, and we're going to prove it to you?
Yeah, I think we've improved a lot since the first time we've seen some of those teams.
Did you get to select the music that came across the speakers last night? Was it your playlist, or was it a collective kind of thing?
Collective.
Okay, but did you have a say in it? No.
No, not really.
Not really. All right. Well, good luck to you. Continued success, and hopefully we get another win coming, more wins coming your way.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming out. Sarah Peoples is a sophomore. Appreciate you coming out today. And what's your role on the team this year? What are you expected to do?
I'm a post, so I just try and be the bigger person and try and get around people, really.
Yeah.
And just, I guess kind of just look for the ball and look to pass.
Are you willing to kind of get that physical mindset and throw your body around a little bit, maybe some elbows, things along that line? Do you maybe fall out quite a bit, or?
Yeah, maybe I do a little bit too much, but.
Maybe a little bit. But you have to be, and because you're getting it from the girls. I mean, if you're down there boxing out, they're giving it right back to you, right? Mm-hmm. Do you work on the footwork part of it in practice quite a bit, as far as getting good positioning and working on your footwork?
I think so. I spend a lot of time on it, rather than just butting into it, just working about the technicality of it, just making sure that the technique is okay before trying to jump in and do new stuff.
Yeah. Has the game slowed down for you now a little bit, that you're halfway through the season and you're not having to think as much, you're just more reacting?
It's a funny, that's a funny question because, sometimes you do, sometimes I do feel like it, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I get in a situation, I'm like, oh no, I've never done this before, so it's all just a learning experience.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing. And then when we stop learning, it's I think we stop growing, and those are great teaching moments. Well, I hope you have continued success and get great experience and continue to work on that box out and the footwork, and I'm sure that'll come around. Cameron Eckert is with us again. It's good to see you. And how's the scoring been?
Pretty good.
Getting a little better, starting to get that ball through the hoop a little bit more?
Yeah.
Feel like your stroke's where it should be?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Defensively, is that gotten better? Not only yourself, but collectively. Do you see a difference in what the concepts and the effort that your team's putting forth at the defensive end?
Yeah, I think so. We used to not like help each other out and just kind of like stay in our own little area, and now we're more in help side and we're more aware of what's going on around us.
So with that, has the communication gotten better? Or still room for improvement?
There's a lot of room for improvement there.
That's so important at the defensive end, and kind of taking charge and saying, well, you need to go over here, or hey, you got one coming left side, got a pick coming to your left, and those kind of things have to be important, because otherwise you're running into somebody and somebody's up for a free shot, and trouble can happen for there. So is it hard for you to believe that come Friday you're going to be done with the first round of the MOAC? Is that hard to believe?
I think it's crazy. It does not seem like we've played that many games. It still feels like it's the first week of the season starting.
Yeah, and even though the record may not show it, I hope that community members come out and support you. As I mentioned to the boys, this is a fun time of year in that people aren't going to holiday parties, they're not going shopping. It's the dead of January and February. What a great time to come out and support you, either during the week or on the Fridays that you do play, or Saturdays as well. And hopefully you get some students come here and make it a neat atmosphere, right? That would be a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, we get a lot of sometimes the boys will come and they joke around, and it's kind of fun. But yeah, we do get a decent amount of people there.
Good.
Mostly family, but
yeah, no, it's always good to have people come and show up at your games. Well, continued success. I hope you get some more baskets, get that defense slotted down, and good things happen for you. I appreciate you coming. Maddie Beck is here as well, right? I pronounced that correctly? Okay. Freshman as well, and has the kind of the bright lights and nerves wore off for you a little bit now?
Yeah.
You're now settled in a little bit.
Yeah.
Was it strange? You had just come from the 7th grade game and junior high atmosphere. Was it strange going back here and saying, wow, this game is so slow compared to what I'm used to now? Did you get to talk to any of the girls and kind of what your experience has been as a freshman?
Yeah.
What did they ask you?
They just ask how hard is it, how fast it is, how fun it is, and all that.
So you're actually, even though you're a freshman, you kind of became a pseudo recruiter because you want girls to stay within the program. When you have numbers, that's what builds a program. And yeah, you're all young and taking your lumps a little bit, but come the time that you're juniors and seniors, and hopefully with these girls that are staying in the program, it's going to be payback time, and you're going to have a lot of that fun. Did you kind of tell them about that as well? Mm-hmm. Yeah, just stick with it. Are you asked to be much of a shooter or more defensive player?
More of a defensive player.
All right, so move the feet, get in front of somebody, get a little physical, things along that lines. All right, very good. Well, I appreciate you coming out. I hope you enjoy the rest of your season this year. And Coach Amert, JV coach, how many years have you been involved in coaching?
This is my first year as a high school coach.
Okay, what got you interested in doing that?
I've always loved basketball and I love coaching. I'm actually a preschool teacher. I've coached younger kids and I coach middle school, so I really like it.
Are you a Galleon graduate or not?
Yes.
Okay, when was that?
I graduated in 2017.
17, okay. And so you played here and?
I played here my first half of high school, and then I got a job and it didn't work out.
Okay. That's funny that you say that, or I guess more interesting. Was it something that you missed, that you thought, wow, maybe I missed that environment a little bit and I want to come back and be a part of it? Is that what coaching has allowed you to do?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, because I was in a similar position, didn't play football in high school, kind of missed it, but then I was an official for 22 years, and it gave me a little flavor of what that was like, what I missed. So that's why I asked you that. That's why it intrigued me so much. As the JV coach, what have you liked about what your team's done so far this year?
So we're still young and we're learning, but they come out and they play hard every game and every practice, and I really like to see them, like the excitement, them working hard.
I think that's probably one of the most valued things a coach can see is effort. You just want your kids to give effort. Win, lose, yeah, everybody wants to win, right? But if someone's dogging it and not giving 100%, it's kind of tough to say, you get what you what you put into it, right? Is that something that you talk about in practice with Coach Early about, giving max effort 100% of the time?
Yeah, we talk about that all the time. That's the main thing. We want them to give max effort and have fun.
What's the biggest thing you want to see out of that team in the second half of the year?
I want to see them work more as a team together and try to create more open shots, more open looks.
Okay, very good. Well, I hope you enjoy your experience. I'm sure it's fun with Coach Burdine, Coach Early. You have a lot of good times, and it sounds like the music's rocking and you're in a relaxed atmosphere. And again, so much of it is about let's have fun. If you're putting in the time and effort, the work, you want to have fun doing it as well, right?
Absolutely.
Very good. Well, thanks for coming out. Final segment here. We're brought to you in part by Steve Kurtzman Associates at Innovative Recycling, 352 South Street in Galion. Coach Tim Plumley at Mohican Sports Medicine in Bucyrus. John Cross at Cross Carpet and Custom Floors, 302 North Seltzer Street, downtown Crestline. And you get the Friday Night Lights. You got River Valley coming here, which finishes the first round of league play. What do you know about the Lady Vikings? Traditionally have been a pretty good team.
Yeah, they are. They're a pretty good team. Just looking at the stats today, they do. I was telling the girls that they do score more points than anybody in the league, average. So that was a big talk that we had today about coming out and playing hard against them. That we just gotta pick it up on defense and keep our heads up and try to hold them, to limit their points.
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned being road warriors the first half of the year. That game on Friday with River Valley begins a stretch of 8 of the final 10 games here, unless you said you picked up Lucas. Is that going to be down there? Or up here?
That's at Lucas.
Okay, so that would be another one that's going to factor in. But still, no long bus rides in the coldest part of the year. You kind of have to like that, and I'm sure you like it too. You want to be in front of your home crowd.
Yeah, I like it. I just kind of wish it was a little bit more spread out.
Yeah.
It's just been hard going to road games, throughout this whole first half. We're, away, a long ride, and then we come back and get a practice, and then we're on a bus ride to go again. And it gets, late nights, and there's times we don't get back till 10, and I know the girls got to go home and try to work on some homework, and
Right.
and some of them still want to go home and eat, so.
Yeah.
I just wish it was kind of a mixed, equal balance, but it is what it is, and we'll enjoy this, second half mostly at home.
Yeah, next Thursday, the 12th, got Marion Harding coming here, and know that they're going to be athletic, and then you get that rematch down at the Valley against Clear Fork on Saturday the 14th. So busy schedule coming up, but again, being home's got to be nice. You have an opportunity to have some fans, more fans come out, some of the students come out that maybe wouldn't travel, and that'll take you into the tournament, and hopefully some nice improvement coming here in the second part of the year. Well, we'll look forward to seeing that progress, and I'm sure I'll be talking to hopefully many more of you as the season goes on, and continued improvement and have fun, continue to have fun. That's what it's all about. Coming up tomorrow, Ohio State men's basketball, big game. They're taking on #1 Purdue at Value City Arena. We'll have that on our air at 6:15 pregame, tip off right around 7. Friday night, we have girls high school basketball on our airwaves, Upper Sandusky at Colonel Crawford on WQEL. Then I'll be in for the Friday night phone board around 9 o'clock. Saturday, the 7th, we have 2 boys basketball games, both around 6:30, Upper Sandusky at Colonel Crawford on WQEL, and Winford at Buckeye Central on WBCO. Will Beard sitting in for the Saturday night phone board. And then Ohio State men's basketball returns on Sunday the 8th. They're taking on the Maryland Terrapins from Xfinity Center in College Park, Maryland. Coverage beginning at 12:15. Special thanks to everyone here at Galion High School, especially our athletic director, Kyle Vaughn, my camera operator, John Kreiner, and thank you to all the Galion winter coaches here tonight, wrestling coach Brent Tyrell and his team, boys basketball coach Ryan Stover and his team, and girls basketball coach Carson Early and his team as well. Thank you to our sponsors, and most of all you, our viewers, for tuning in on the Facebook Live and Crawford County Now YouTube page. For WQEL Sports, this is Mike Sparks reminding you, spirit with a vision is a dream with a mission. Have a good night, everybody.